So we are all set up, but one thing that we weren't expecting was all of the Bath & Body people here. There's one right there. There's one right there. Ready to vend today?
Yeah, ready to go.
So we are getting ready, having our morning coffee. We have to feed our dogs and take them out, and then we're off to the show. I know, Dempsey, I know. She's very vocal about things. She's our little drama queen. But you've earned it. 10-year-old Basset girl right here. So we have gone to this location and this particular event twice now. The first time wasn't so good. The second time we did a lot better. So this third time, we have no idea what to expect. I think it's gonna be good. We are closer to Christmas, so traditionally people show up more around this time at farmers markets and events because they're looking for gifts, and our stuff, our soaps and bath bombs, they make perfect gifts, perfect stocking stuffers. So I think it'll be good, but we'll let you guys know. It's always a mystery. Literally after 4 years of doing this, I have no idea how things are gonna turn out. One thing Kale and I need to absolutely bring are coffees, and we take these travel mugs with us, and they keep coffee hot the whole time. It's so awesome. And I refilled our little coffee pod flavor bowl, and I think I want this one. Chocolate coconut. I love coconut coffee. It's so good. So that's gonna be mine, and I'll let Kale pick out which one he's gonna drink for today. Literally an adventure with every cup of coffee. Kale's picking his coffee out.
Coney Island Caramel.
Nice, good choice. Coffees are ready. Okay, headed out the door. We need to drop those off, not today, probably on Monday. Our coffees, still have to put those up, maybe today, I don't know, we'll see. And I'm also gonna bring a pair of comfy shoes. I'm wearing these guys because it's probably gonna be wet in the parking lot while we're bringing stuff in and out. But you definitely want comfortable shoes so that your feet aren't sore by the end of the day. Are we ready to go?
Yes, let's get going.
Nice. It is a gorgeous sunny morning. Look at that snow.
Beautiful.
We're here. Kale's gone inside to see where our spot is. So once he figures that out, we'll bring our stuff in. While I'm setting up here, let me tell you what it was like walking in. It was kind of chaotic. The organizer wasn't very organized, which is often not a great sign. We signed up for a 6-foot table and got an 8-foot one. Not a bad thing, but not what we expected. 30 vendors were crammed in this small space, and we actually kicked out Santa for this spot. It was crazy. But the craziest part was we walked by at least 8 other vendors selling soap and bath bombs. 8. Out of 30 sellers, that's like a third of the vendors at this venue. I'm all about healthy competition, but this was insane. I would never advise vending in a scenario like this if you could avoid it. So to say we were a bit nervous setting up is an understatement. But if you do find yourself in this scenario, don't panic. You're already there, so just move forward and make the best of it. Here are our gorgeous bath bears all set up and ready to go. We have the rest of the bath bombs in these cages that we got from Winners. Next to them, I have my soaps on these risers I got from Etsy. They really help the soap stand out, and I had a few vendors approach me about these risers. They are that impressive. And next to them, we had our lotions, shampoos, and miscellaneous products. We were short on space, so we decided to display our lip balms on the edge of the table. We didn't sell as much as we usually do, so I think having the product elevated definitely helps with it being seen and sold. And next to them, we had our sugar scrubs and candles. See, these guys sold well, so elevation definitely plays a role. Kale and I have had these risers for 3 years, and they're still going strong. We love that they're collapsible and are super easy to transport. When it comes to displaying our soaps, I absolutely want the tops to be seen, so stacking them like this helped them stand out, I think. I also think the boxes made a great impression, and having easy to read scents is definitely key. I like grouping the scent profiles together. So like fruity scents with other fruity scents, essential oil soaps with other essential oil soaps, etc. The easier you make it for the customer to find their favorite scents and others like it, the better. So we are all set up, but one thing that we weren't expecting was all of the Bath & Body people here. There's one right there. There's one right there. in the corner there. So this will be interesting. We'll see how it goes. A little nervous, but you know, nothing we haven't seen before. Kale actually forgot the Christmas bath bombs, so he's gone to grab those because I feel like we need them for today. But we'll see. I have a weird feeling about today's market. So started off the day big, sold 12 soaps. Awesome.
Even before the market started too, 5 minutes before the official time.
And he was a returning customer, so that's why you should go to as many markets as possible.
Did you tell them where I came from?
Yes, I told them.
I'm back.
That he actually forgot the Christmas bath bombs. All right, let me set those up. So pretty fire start. We made a few sales, bath bombs, a sugar scrub, and soap. So it's going good.
Yeah.
And
Mrs. Claus and Santa Claus bath bombs sold out, and then we even sold the Halloween one.
it's good that you went back home for that, so. Update. It's actually slowed down quite a bit, and we haven't had anyone seriously look at our stuff in a few minutes. But we'll keep you updated. We'll let you know if we land another sale. I think the traffic and the competition might be hindering our ability to make sales here right now. But we'll see. It's still early. We're just 1 hour in. Made another sale. We have to restock on our lavender body butter. That is doing really well. And other than that, have sold no lip balms yet, which is weird. It's usually one of our best sellers. Sold some soap. Bath bombs are slow as well right now. So yeah, it's been a weird market.
Sold a sugar scrub too.
Yeah, we sold the sugar scrub. Nice. Georgian Bay has been selling well, so now we're gonna just rearrange things so that you can see the scent. And I think that's everything. Oh, and this one as well. Got this. Okay. Kale's having a quick lunch break. Sandwich.
Banana peppers.
Yum. We just had a subscriber and patron come and visit us. Thank you so much, Jordan, for your support. You are awesome. And yeah, I think that helped us move past our goal for today, which is awesome. I think this wasn't as busy as the last time we were here, but we still had fun. Still spreading the word on our company.
And it's not over.
And it's not over. You're right. We still have another hour to go. Hour and a half to go. Update. We're doing much better. There was a nice little rush an hour ago and we sold a lot, so that is really good.
And I'm impressed. We're in the last hour. The last time I was here, the last hour was
Dead.
crickets.
Yeah.
And this last hour has been quite good for us.
Yeah.
It's orange.
So we are done and we're packing up. And once we have everything packed away, we will give you guys an update on how we did today. Didn't sell many shampoo bars. We're home. So we are counting up our earnings. We're gonna quickly count them and let you guys know how we did. So we did a count, and what's the final tally, Kale?
We broke 700. We were at 702.
Yay, 702, and that is with a booth fee of $75. So that means we made more than 4 times the table fee, which is our usual goal, especially when we're brand new to a market. So we're happy. We're happy with that.
Yeah, yep, happy with that showing.
What's interesting is that there are so many other soapers there.
Yeah, there were.
So many.
Yep. And yeah, I don't know we have no idea to know how well they did, but.
We did see people bringing totes and totes back full of soap. So maybe some people did better than others. I know that we sold quite a bit of our soap. We didn't bring a ton, but we sold almost half of what we brought, so that's good.
And we'd been at this market before, so we kind of knew how much to bring as well.
Yeah.
The funny thing is that there was a lot more soapers at this market than there was at the same venue 2 weeks ago, yet we still did better. So,
yeah, we still did better. When you go to a market and you see a lot of soapers, it's not the most discouraging thing in the world, although it is pretty discouraging to see that. But if you find yourself in that sort of position, I wouldn't waste too much time being upset. You're already there. You might as well make the best of the situation. So either just observe how the others are doing, learn from them if they're doing better than you. And it's a good opportunity still to get your business name out there. We had a few repeat customers, which is awesome because we showed up. This is our 3rd time at this location, but we also gained a lot of new customers, and that I think is pretty valuable.
Yeah, made contacts, talked to people that live in the same neighborhood as us or the adjacent neighborhoods around. So that's encouraging. And like Jerica said, it's always makes you feel really good when somebody says, I was here a couple weeks ago, got your stuff, tried it, we're back for more. And there were a few people also that came because they saw my social media post, which is over. I'll show it in the middle of us since there's this big wide space. But I'm getting blinded when I come in here. Yeah. So definitely post on social media that you're going to be somewhere. You never know if your customers are watching, and that it might be a sale that you make that makes your day that much better. So all in all, a good final show. The best we've done at a Christmas market show, I think, so far. Yep. And yeah, that's how Kale and I approach these markets, is we're spending the table fee not just for the table, but for getting our name and brand out there, meeting new people, and networking. All of that is so valuable. So even if we didn't make that much money, we still saw value in that. We think we're gonna do it next year too. We had fun. Yeah, our neighbors were awesome as well. Yeah, most of the people there were great. We didn't really talk to too many soapers. They didn't really come and say hi to us, but that's to be expected. So that's it. We hope you like this kind of video, and we hope that it was an eye-opener for you guys. If you have signed up for an event and you're worried because you're not the only soaper, don't worry about it too much. Just go there, experience it, and learn. That's the thing, is just get your business name out there and brand out there and meet a bunch of people, and don't worry too much about it. And I also thought it was really cool that we got to meet some of our patrons, some of our subscribers, some of the people that follow us on social media. You guys are so awesome. Speaking of our Patreon, that is linked down below if you want to support this channel. Our recipes are also in our Patreon, and that has all the step-by-step stuff on how we make our products that we sell to our customers, so you can check that out. It's down there. We are so thankful to our patrons, especially our Bubble BFFs listed right here. You guys are fantastic and so generous. It is so cool to start to meet a few of you face to face. I think that's one of the coolest things ever. We probably won't be at a show until next summer, but I will definitely let you guys know when I will be appearing. I should go to these more because I had a lot of fun today. It's fun having you there. I missed out. I've been missing out. Yeah. So that's it. If you like this video, leave me a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And then until the next one, keep smiling, keep being awesome, and keep making beautiful things. Bye, guys. Bye.